I have determined that Paradox has two potential opportunities for victory in this duel. The first one was in the second turn. This was when he drew Malefic Rainbow Dragon. Many of you might not know this, but Malefic Rainbow Dragon in the anime actually has Rainbow Dragon's ability as well, which is that during either player's turn, you can send all other monsters you control to the graveyard to have this card gain 1000 attack for each Malefic monster sent. Also, you can remove from play all Malefic monsters in your graveyard to shuffle all cards on the field into the deck. It's that second effect that we are most interested in here. Say Paradox just didn't summon Malefic Rainbow Dragon straight away and just held on to it a little bit. That second effect would have been huge. Jaden fills his entire back row with all those cards, they have monsters on the field, you summon out this Rainbow Dragon, banish all of the Malefics in the graveyard and just wipe the entire field. Now all you need to do is just draw any of the 3000 attack point or more monsters which you know you have in that deck because you've got loads of them, just attack directly once and that's game. It's a good idea in theory. However, the problem with this strategy is that even if we have a strong monster in hand, Rainbow Dragon will bounce the field spell back into the deck, meaning that Paradox actually won't be able to summon his Malefic monster because you need the field spell on the field. So he'll either need to randomly draw his field spell back, or potentially use his Malefic Selector that he has in his hand. By banishing 2 monsters in his graveyard, he can add any 2 Malefic cards from his deck to his hand, so he could have a powerful monster and his field spell back. But the problem with that is, we've just banished all of the Malefic monsters in the grave. So unfortunately, this strategy does not work. This is busted. He couldn't have started the chain of victory on his second turn. Never mind. However, fun fact, if Paradox is simply not attacked during his second turn, and no matter what Jaden did during his turn, even if he makes Neos Knight, he still wouldn't have been able to get over the 2 Malefic monsters. They both have 4k attack, meaning they live, and Paradox is off to a much better start in the duel. This is a classic case of less equals more. But now this is the real one. The second potential win is during the penultimate turn. It all begins after Red Eyes is switched to defense due to Junk Guard's effect. Instead of attacking with Blue Eyes, he could have chosen to attack next with his 4000 attack point monster and chosen Dark Magician, which was in attack mode. He could have dealt 2500 damage. Then Yusei would have negated the destruction with Stardust, and then Blue Eyes can attack the defense position monster Neos, then everything would have exploded, and Paradox would have won. However, in this scenario, Jaden would have used his Flute of Summoning Kuriboh a little bit earlier. So what would have happened is, Truth Dragon attacks Dark Magician, Jaden plays Flute of Summoning Kuriboh, Yugi discards Kuriboh, no battle damage. The explosion occurs, but Stardust negates. Blue Eyes then attacks Neos, Neos is destroyed, and then Dark Magician Girl and Junk Gardener are destroyed, dealing 1600 damage, which leaves them with 800 life points left. Paradox then revives Malefic Stardust Dragon, attacks, and well, with no more defense and no Stardust Dragon on the field to use Mirage with, it's game. Think, Paradox! If you'd have just taken a step back and looked at the turn, you could have guaranteed yourself a win in this duel. Although, maybe not. In a shocking twist, it was actually the protagonists who misclicked. Yes, believe it or not, Yugi, Jaden, and Yusei already had games, and they could have won this turn if they really wanted to. Maybe they were just playing with Paradox. Who knows? But how, you might be asking? They had game as soon as Paradox decided to attack Dark Magician. You see, 2 cards that are face down that some of you might have forgotten about are their Spiral Forces, which doubles the attack of a monster. So, when Paradox says, all they need to do is chain Neo's Spiral Force and Dark Spiral Force into Dark Magician to give it 10,000 attack and win during Paradox's battle phase. The end. I mean, who cares about the drawback of these cards? Neos can't attack and Dark Magician can't attack. Who cares? They're being attacked into. That's not a problem. So to answer the question posed today, could Paradox have won this duel? I mean, he could have played a little bit better, but most likely, no. His fate was pretty much sealed in that penultimate turn, so no. And if I had to answer who I felt was the MVP of the duel on the protagonist side, then I would say all of them. They all put the work in. They all added something to this duel that was either to protect themselves or to go on the offensive. Jaden took down 2 4K monsters in one turn. However, he was only able to do so because Yusei manipulated Paradox's monsters, and as well, he actually tanked 2 deadly attacks too. Yugi was able to deal with Paradox's first boss monster. However, it was Yusei who had helped him get his Dark Magician to his hand, which was what instigated all the plays. And Jaden did do that clutch move with the Flute of Summoning Kuribo, saving them at the last possible second. However, I guess it was Yugi's Kuribo, and I guess Yusei didn't have that Stardust play that kept all of them alive for a turn, which kept them in the game. But Yugi was the one who got it back to him. And of course the 10k monster at the end, but everyone contributed towards that. Basically, they're all MVPs. And I asked you guys in my community poll, you all thought that it was Yusei, to be fair. Fair enough. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to know. But other than that, that was another duel analysis done. And the final movie duel analysis. If you want to see more of these for main series duels, the plan was to do all the movie duels, and that was going to be it. But this series has been doing really well, and if you'd like to see duels from the anime, think Raphael versus Yugi. Give the video a like if you'd like to see more of these, and it's the only way that I'll be able to make more. But other than that, thank you all for watching. You've all been awesome. Catch you next time. Bye, everyone.
You had a lot of fight in you.
You ain't nothing but a lost cause. And if you should come through tonight, I'm chilling on your
Skills are skyrocketing.
Can't stop this war.